Troy shaking their hands up here. Awesome. Have a chair for a minute, 2 seconds. So you guys are in for a wonderful treat this afternoon. So I'm gonna leave you with Troy and these amazing diamonds. And so thank you so much. Troy, I'll turn it over.
Thanks. You guys are gorgeous. Oh my gosh. You know, outside of my own family, I mean, I got sexy women at home. You guys, give them a hand. Look how good they look. This is, wow. Oh my gosh. You know, this is another first on my resume. This is awesome. You guys are great. You guys are, oh my gosh. Hey, you know, I've watched the last few days, picking up notes, thinking about stuff, listening out in the halls as I've really met and just immersed with some of the people. And I've written down some questions. So I might even put you on the spot, but I want to start off, and I want each of you to answer, but we'll start with you. Why Plexus? What started the journey here?
Well, you know, Troy, my journey's a little different from everyone else's, and just like everyone has their own journey, so do I. And it was interesting because I was with another company when I found Plexus. And with the other company, it was mostly women in that company, and so I knew that this breast kit could really make a difference with me and help me promote myself in the other company. And so I really started my Plexus journey just for the breast kits. And it was a very small company at the time. The executives had just bought the company in May of 2008, and I actually became an ambassador in September of 2008. So just shortly after the executive team had taken over, and they had one product that was non-consumable, and I thought, well, this will be easy, right? I mean,
you didn't have the slim yet, just
no,
the breast kit.
Just the breast kit. And shortly after I joined, we brought out the body cream. It was known as the breast cream back then. But we had so many men using it that we had to find a neutral name for it. And so we used to say we have arrived when two dually trucks meet in the mall to exchange breast creams between them.
I wasn't in those trucks either. That's something different.
So now it's called the body cream. It's still an amazing product. So we had one non-consumable and one consumable. And so the following year, in July, I got a call from the executive team, and they asked me would I be willing to try a new product. And this product was going to maybe help people get not only healthy, but lose weight. And I actually was a little negative. I said, oh, why would you bring in a third product? I'm really doing good with just this two, because my other company had almost 300 products. So I was happy to have a company that only had two. But then they said some magic words to me, and that was, you just take the packet, add it to a bottle of water, shake it up, and drink it once a day. And you could possibly lose weight because it's going to help balance your sugars. And I thought, well, I just put on 30 pounds from a hormone issue because I am the oldest of this group up here. And so I thought, well, I don't know a woman out there that doesn't want to lose 5 pounds, no matter what size you are, right? And so I said, okay, I'll try the product. Tell me again what you have to do, because every diet I've ever been on has that little logo that you can't read because it's really small at the end that comes with a special diet and exercise. And they said, we're going to ask you to do two things. One, just to keep eating regularly like you do, and don't start a new exercise program. And of course, I've always talked about exercise. I felt like that was enough, you know, just talking about it. And so, yeah, totally, right? And so those two magic things they said to me, I was like, sign me up before you change the rules. And so I did start the product. It had no name. It came in a white packet in a plastic jar. And didn't have any idea what I was putting in my body, but I trusted the executive team, and I shook it up. It was pink. I drank it. And on day 3, I called them and said, there must be something wrong with this, because I woke up this morning to daylight, and normally I wake up 2 or 3 times during the course of the night. Who has hormone issues that can relate to that? So yeah, so I woke up and it was daylight, and it kind of scared me because I had a dream too. And I thought, okay, so I called them and I said, what's wrong with this product? Not only did I sleep all night, but I had a dream. And they're like, that's good, because that means you had more rest. And well, then I realized I started having more energy because I was getting more rest. And then the crazy thing happened on day 10 is that I noticed that my snackaholic kind of started going away. Instead of having 2 or 3 snacks during the course of the day, I would almost forget to have a snack at all.
Wow.
It was crazy. And so from July 9th until September 6th, when we actually launched Plexus Slim, I lost about 22 pounds and 12 inches. Just drinking it once a day.
12 inches?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I realized that all of a sudden I was making a lot better food choices. That as much as I love dessert, one bite would satisfy me. As much as I love food, and I'm from the South, and my mother used to say, you can out-eat any man that I know of, because I can eat. I love to eat. If you live in the South, it's all about eating, right?
Yes,
everything revolves around food. And so I just felt like I don't want to give up food. But if I would eat less of it, and there was something there to help me eat less of it, it made a huge difference. Yeah, so I kind of thought it was a fluke that I had lost that weight, but all my friends wanted to know, what are you doing? You lose 5 pounds, people want to know, what are you doing? And I would say, I don't know. That did not go over well. And I would say, I don't know, but I promise as soon as it has a name, I'll share it with you. Well, they just thought I was keeping it a secret from myself. So I was starting to lose friends. And so I was like, no, truly, I'll tell you as soon as I can. Well, my friend Patty Cuevas was like, I want to know what that stuff is. And so we decided that we would have a little gathering, and people would come over and I would just tell them about the product. I mean, as much as I knew about it was put in a bottle, shake it up, and it might help you with cravings and more energy and sleep better. And that was good enough. And by the way, you may accidentally lose a little weight. And it was like, they were all in. And so I remember the executive team saying, let us know how that goes. And so we had about 12 people come over. The first 3 or 4, I thought, oh my gosh, they need a sandwich. They were so thin. And I thought she told people that they might lose some weight. So I'm looking for these, I was prejudging people, right? And so I said, well, here's some, but you probably don't need it. And they were like, well, wait a minute. My daughter is pre-diabetic, or my son, I had one of those surgeries, lost a lot of weight, now it's coming back. My mother-in-law needs to lose a lot of weight, and I thought I could come here about a product that would help my family. And it was a real turning point for me, because I realized maybe it wasn't just a fluke that I had lost that weight and was feeling better and sleeping better. And so when I went to Patty's house, the same thing happened again. People did one of 2 things, Troy, and this is the most amazing thing, is they either bought the product or they became an ambassador. There was no, that was it. And so I didn't really want to call them and tell them it was 100%, because what would happen tomorrow if it didn't happen the same way? But one right after the other, everybody either bought or joined. And that was September, and then of course you guys know Coach. He started taking the product, and his health, he doesn't have hair now, but yeah. And so I introduced him to the product on September 22nd. And by December, his health had made a major turnaround. I mean, truly his family wasn't sure how long that he would be with them, because his health was so bad. Wow. And I watched his health get better day after day after day. And that's when I decided to retire from my other company, because I was so passionate about what this product was doing for people. And even though there was only 2 of us that it was doing anything for, I was excited, because, you know, I knew that there was a purpose and there was a reason I was supposed to be here. And if people look at me on paper, they thought, why did she leave such a successful business to come over to a company that no one even knows about? But there was something there about fulfilling a purpose, and I never felt like I had that. And I just knew that this could be my vehicle to what I've been looking for all those years. And so when his health started getting better, on December the 15th, I called the company and I said, I've made an executive decision here. And it was easy to call the company back then, only 5 people there, someone answered the phone. And it could be any of them. And so I said, okay, get all the executives on the team, because, on the call, because I want to tell you something. So you could literally hear them. Carl, get on the phone. Sheila wants to tell us something. There was cubicles, you know, and so they got on the phone, and I said, I'm going to go full-time with you guys, because I've decided to retire from my other business. And they really were quite ecstatic. I wasn't expecting that type of reaction, but little did I know I was the first person to go full-time with the company. And so I actually had to go through becoming a silver ambassador and gold ambassador. I had to go through all the ranks. And when I became a senior Ruby, they flew out to Gulfport, Mississippi, and we had a party for the first senior Ruby ambassador, right? Isn't that amazing? Who would ever dream? that the CEO would show up for a senior Ruby party. But we were excited. It's Mississippi. Hello. Yeah. But then something magical happened is Coach and I decided to actually tell other people. Yeah. And so we started sharing the product with other people.
Wow.
And one of my friends in Gulfport, Susan Lennis, decided she would invite a person to come hear us from Louisiana. And yeah. And so Charlene, right, came over to Louisiana, got so excited about the product, she went back and started telling people in Louisiana. Now here's the kicker. They started selling thousands of dollars worth of Plexus Slim. That's all we had, remember? Plexus Slim, a breast kit, and a body cream.
They're Cajuns.
Yeah, I thought they were feeding it to the alligators. I mean, yeah, I was like, I don't know what they're doing with that stuff, but they were selling thousands of dollars worth of product because you know why? It was working for the masses. We were so passionate that Plexus Slim would work for people. When someone would come up to us and say, I don't know if it's working for us, we would go, you know, it works for at least 85% of the people. Maybe you should go to the doctor and see what's wrong with you. I'm serious. We were so passionate about what this product was doing for people. I mean, we were seeing it every day, working for person after person. We just assumed something had to be terribly wrong with them if they weren't getting any results. And of course, you know, then they would say, oh, am I supposed to take it more than once a month? Yeah, every day. And you know, I can tell you that I've been in this business since when Slim came out. I haven't missed a day of Slim since the day it came out. And people say, yeah, I take it every day. And they say, you still take that stuff? I said, are you kidding me? I don't trust my old bad habits. I'll never, ever come off of Plexus Slim. And so, yeah, never, ever. So.
Never, ever.
Never, ever.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not coming off of the Slim. I don't care. So I went full time and we started sharing the product, and we did a lot of road trips back then because social media was not on our radar. I mean, I had 4 friends on Facebook. My mom, not my mom, my sister, you know, and a cousin. My mom didn't even know what Facebook was. So, but my mom lost 14 pounds, and I was so excited because I thought, okay, why aren't her Sunday school friends calling me? Because she's lost 14 pounds, right? And I said, Mom, why aren't your friends calling me? And she said, I'm not telling them my secret. She wanted people to think that she was on a strenuous diet, right? That
she wasn't cheating, just drinking a little pink
just
thing.
drinking a little pink drink. So we started going from town to town, telling people. And we went to every Bible study class, every faculty board meeting, because Ronnie could get us into any school. So we would go to every faculty board meeting, and this is what we would do, literally. I would go, this breast check kit gives your fingers sensory touch magnification, so if you have anyone in your family that might be prone to some type of lump or bump in the breast, you might want to check my website out. And Coach would say, and this is our Plexus Slim, it can help you get healthy and perhaps you might lose a pound or 2. And that was it. And people would follow us out to our cars to get our business cards and to see if we had any product on us.
You never let Coach talk about the breast kit?
No, he didn't want to talk about the breast kit. But it was interesting because I would say, I've lost 22 pounds, and he would say, I've lost 30 pounds, and people would literally follow us to the car. We never sold a thing. They found us, they would follow us, they would just, it was crazy. And so that went on for the year. So I, retired December the 15th, 2009, went full-time, took 2 weeks off to get my head straight. And January of 2010, just really went out and started sharing the product and building testimonies. And you know, it's hard to build testimonies when there's only 2.
Oh, Lord, yeah.
And so we went out and just looking for people that would take the product and then share their testimonies with us. And then we decided to go upstate a little bit. Ronnie had a friend that lived in the northern part of the state. And so one day we decided to go to Ackerman, Mississippi. And from being on the coast, you know, I had to take a field trip to see cotton. I mean, you know, I lived on the water, and so when we got up there and there was no red light and there was 4 directions,
it's
not
weird,
just 3, it was weird. I was like, where are we going?
Little town, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, where are we going?
They get excited about a coal mine.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, I seen it at night. I don't think you're supposed to do that. Anyway, so we get up there and she asked us to come to a cupcake store to talk about Plexus. And so we went to this cupcake store, and we walked in, and one of the gentlemen there knew Ronnie from a long time ago, Coach. And when Coach walked through the door, he leaned over to the table, to all the people at the table, he goes, I don't know what they're doing, but I want some. And I'm going to tell you all, you should have some too, because I have never seen him look healthier ever. And I've known him for years and years and years. And we left there with Deborah Lawson having 14 new team members because of one testimony.
Is the cupcake store still in business?
I don't know. Is the of course no.
No.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those things. But you know, it was interesting because when we were going around sharing people's testimonies, we added, I think, 20-something people to Patty's team in a couple of days, and so she was originally our first Fast Start winner, but there was no name for it, and she didn't get paid for it, but the company said, thank you for doing that, that means people can do it, maybe we'll pay the others. And then Deborah Lawson showed you how you could do it over a weekend, and we stopped at Hardee's and talked to someone on our way out, we stopped at the Sonic and talked to someone on our way out, and before we left in those 48 hours, I believe she had 20 people on her team, and so it was amazing, and all of this from a testimony, and I guess that's why I'm so passionate about the testimonies, and I'm passionate about that Wednesday night call that in the very beginning, Tarla and I actually did that call, and all we had to talk about was a breast kit and a breast cream, and it was a pretty short call, and so it was exciting to venture out and just collect testimonies. You know, every week I hear new people's testimonies, and every week I hear business testimony, and people ask me every day, what is the most exciting thing? What keeps you pumped? What keeps you motivated and to go on to the next day? And it's that testimony. It's that person that comes up to me and says, I slept better, or I lost 5 pounds, or I've got the energy to play with my kids. It's like I've never heard a testimony before. It's like brand new every single day. And I love this company. I'm so passionate. I trust the company with my inner soul. They could tell me anything and I would believe them because of what I've seen from where we started to where we are now. I trust them.
You're just a little excited, aren't you?
You know what? I'm so passionate, I will talk to anybody about Plexus. I am.
That's crazy. But now, Miss Sarah, you came in just a few years after that. What's your story?
It's very interesting. Unlike Sheila, I had no clue what network marketing was. As a registered nurse, I was working 12-hour night shifts, and I really just was looking for a great product to help me lose a little bit of baby weight. So, introduced Plexus Slim, started drinking that. The girls at the nursing station noticed I was losing a few pounds, started asking, hey, what's this that you're doing? Sent them to my website. Like any good woman looking for a bargain, I did join for $34.95 because I wanted to get my welcome pack, you know, get my products cheaper. But I did not even realize that I had just joined network marketing.
Oh, wow.
Had no
You'd
clue.
never been in before, had you?
Never done it before, ever. So, like Sheila said, the testimonies started, you know, they were there, so I was losing some weight, feeling really good.